Greetings, fans of my fake cooking show. Tonight, I'm going to make Picadillo de Mostaza, which translates as mustard greens Lisa style. The only part of that actually translated properly is the word mustard, mostaza. Picadillo is kind of like chopped up stuff that you cook together. It's delicious. Anyway, so my mise en place, you need mustard greens. These are really beautiful mustard greens that I got from Gentile's Produce today. They don't have them all the time, so when they have them, I make mostaza. 1 pound of 90% lean ground beef from Wegmans. I like the 90% lean because, less fat the better. A bunch of garlic. I think it's about 7 cloves. Painstakingly sliced, and I really mean painstakingly, with emphasis on pain, as in pain in the ass. Nevertheless, I know that's a lot of garlic, but there's no such thing as a recipe that only has 1 clove of garlic in it. Even if it's a recipe how to do 1 clove of garlic, please use more than 1. No such thing. Potatoes that I have already cubed. Salt, pepper, olive oil, and my Penzies ingredient this evening is bold taco seasoning, which I had a conniption a minute ago. I thought I didn't have more, but here it is. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is put a little olive oil in. These are my all-clad pans. These truly are all-clad pans tonight. I'm going to cook the potatoes first in the nonstick. Put a mess of olive oil in there, turn on, help. Throw the potatoes in there. And these take a long time, so I'll probably have to take a break. But I will at least get you started here. So you want to get those going in the olive oil, and of course I'm very generous with salt and pepper, especially the salt. That's why I have high blood pressure. Pepper. This is my new pepper grinder. I love it. All right, so there we go, and that's going to get started now. The next thing I'm going to start is the garlic, because that also needs to go into olive oil. I'm going to do that in my other, it's not my non-stick pan, we'll see how this goes. And you need quite a bit of olive oil for this part of it, because you really want to, shoot, I need more. You really want to get them browning in that olive oil. Ruh-roh, I'm getting low on olive oil. Darn, I was at Wegmans today. Okay, so you get that going, heat that up. I'll refill that later. And we're gonna put those garlic cloves in there and let them start sizzling. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little break while all of this is cooking. Okay, I just want to show you how I'm doing these potatoes. Are sauteing nicely in the lovely olive oil here. And then over here, the garlic cloves are starting to sizzle in the olive oil. Over here, I think I got a little carried away with the olive oil on this side, but, well, that's your part, right? Okay, now I'm going to take my mustard greens and chop them. They have been very well washed, because if you don't, they can be kind of gritty, not too pretty. And that wasn't supposed to be a rind, what it was. All right, stirring the potatoes, stirring the garlic, yada yada. Okay, so, and I spun them dry in my really nice OXO salad spinner. So this is actually pretty simple. You just grab a bunch of them, put them down here. This is a rough chop. Okay. Yeah, get your hands out of the way. Curl your fingers under like they do on the Food Channel, so you don't chop your finger off. And that's it. You don't have to do much. Just, a rough chop. There we go. And I'll do the rest of them. I'll be back. Oh, I forgot to mention, the mustard greens part of this recipe is actually based on a recipe, an Anne Burrell recipe, who I adore. So I want to give her credit to, basically this is her mustard greens recipe. And then I just add my own spin on the rest of it. Just checking up on our potatoes now. As you can see, they're getting kind of golden. They take forever. But anyway, they're starting to get golden. Speaking of golden, these are Yukon Gold potatoes. But I'm guessing you can pretty much use any kind of potato you want. I just like these. I think they're really yummy. And here's the garlic. Now, it's on a very, very low flame, because you really don't want them to burn. Oops. Good camera work, please. You don't want them to burn, you just want them to get a nice golden color. Now, I'll tell you what, Ann Burrell actually takes these out and discards them when they're golden, but that ain't happening here. When they're golden, I'll take them out and save them. Okay, so I cheated a little bit, and I turned the oil up here under the garlic because I'm in a hurry. And the potatoes are still cooking over there. Anyway, so as you can see, the garlic, maybe, I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, it's nice and golden brown now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of there, put it aside. But do not discard it, as advised by Ann Burrell, because garlic. Because garlic. Now I'm just going to put it aside here in my little Pyrex dish. Yeah, don't try this at home, folks. It's actually hot. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is how the mustard greens get cooked. So we have hot oil and wet mustard greens, pretty much a recipe for disaster, but here we go. So there is the oil. I'm just going to take the greens and throw them into that. This will be fun. Listen for the sizzle. And you just cook them down. Throw them in there. And of course, salt. Duh. And I forgot, this also gets whole grain mustard. And just sort of toss those around until they wilt a little bit. I will probably drain the water out of it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. And then I add a little bit of whole grain mustard. And that's the mustard greens part. So the potatoes are finally done. Oh, I'm not on camera. Oh my God, hello. The last step is the ground beef. Browning the ground beef. Just throw it in there. Very easy. The pan's still hot from the potatoes. Throw it in there. A little salt and pepper. And this is where you use the Penzies bold taco seasoning. I'm going to break that up a little bit. I can't really see that. There we go. Break that up a little bit. See the mustard greens over there? They're all done. And break it up. And basically, you throw the bold taco seasoning on there. Cook it till it's done. This is a two-taste thing. I like a lot of this. And when it's completely cooked, you please throw everything together. And you eat it. You also put that garlic on the top. Delicious. I'll try to get a little film when it's done. Now this is the final step. Meat's done, more or less. Potatoes. Mustard greens. Throw that in on top. All those yummy mustard greens. Look at the back of my pan. Great camera work. Okay. You just take this spring-fed tongs, toss them all together. Smells good. Toss, and when it's completely tossed together, which it isn't right now, take this yummy garlic, ouch, good, burn yourself, Lise, and toss it on the top. And that's Picadillo de Mostaza.